me now?
No, no, no. I just see the messages. They are saying we are not audible,
Not audible. Okay.
but I can hear you and you can also hear me.
Okay, because my microphone is on
And
and
mine too. You can
yeah,
hear me, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think they can hear me. They can hear us now.
Okay. So are we audible now?
Yeah, we are audible.
Okay. Right. So I'll continue. So digital marketing or social media marketing,
Yeah,
let's be specific, has changed a lot since Facebook has decided to, okay, we'll start running ads and we start monetizing. Facebook has always monetized like its platform right
yeah,
from the start. We all know about that, right? It's
yeah,
there on Google. So I think people right these times, like people have started getting this craze of getting in the social media marketing field. Everyone wants to become a digital marketer because they think it's very easy. अरे क्या करना है? Like post ही तो डालना है. I can do that. Everyone is an editor. You see some really crazy edits on Instagram and TikTok, and everyone wants to just get their hand into it. But what I'm I the topics that I sent like in the coming days, 4 days ago, Facebook made this huge thing, like a huge announcement that it will be putting an cap on the number of ads one account,
yeah,
one page can roll out depending on the size of the page and the amount they spend.
yeah,
So all these changes that are happening will only go will only go to top from here, right? They won't.
yeah,
So digital marketing won't go stagnant, and digital marketing is essentially a field that will continue to evolve, maybe towards AI, so much that you will see much more designations and professions being birthed. 3 years ago, no one was a digital marketer. Everyone was a
yeah,
marketer. There were PR agencies, है ना, public relation management.
yeah,
There were managers. I manage this page. A business manager आ गया. Then you have campaigns. Campaigns के अंदर ad runs. You have individual people working on individual roles.
yeah.
So you see, like everyone
It's
will
going
have their
upside down.
own, they'll have their own, identity. Someone, who are you? I'm a creator. Who are you? I'm a manager. I'm a
Yeah,
content developer. I myself have had these roles in past. So there will be so many professions that will come out just from here, and it won't go down anytime soon. So that is what
yeah,
I think.
yeah. So I just have one question for the audience. Like, what according to you is a word to describe marketing? You can also tell, and the audience can also reply to it.
So
Uh, yeah,
so you want a one word answer, ki
yeah. Just one word which comes to your mind when you hear marketing.
I feel it's broadcasting. It's not marketing is not about selling. It's just
Yeah,
about broadcasting who you are in the correct way. It shouldn't be misleading in any way.
yeah,
So marketing, I think marketing should be broadcasting. I feel it is to a certain
yeah,
extent,
yeah. Okay. So you just mentioned about AI in marketing.
right?
So what do you think like this domain can be changed with AI and machine learning?
Uh, it will. It will definitely. So automation came in the industrial industry first. It didn't come
Yeah,
like on digital platform. But automation is all about efficiency, increasing efficiency, leads, right? The
yeah,
sale funnel and everything. But it also concentrates on cutting the overheads of marketing, of selling.
mm, yeah,
ठीक है कि we'll have to employ lesser people, right, and we can get more out of less. But
yeah,
as like I feel that as a digital marketing studio, we need to figure out ki, exactly where to fit in between, because we want to make
yeah,
use of technology, but at the same time, like we don't want our designs getting compromised, right?
yeah,
So a machine can be very it's not something you can always bet on, because like if you're driving, you are the driver, right?
yeah,
So like my dad used to say, and I'm sure your dad must have said the same thing to you, ki even if
yeah,
you're all buckled up and you're driving speed limit and everything, then also you're only 50% safe because someone out there is driving like a maniac. So you cannot really be dependent on a machine, right? And
Yeah.
so Facebook has this in marketing. When you talk about social media marketing, Facebook has this A/B test option. So
Yeah, I
A/B,
read about it in this
right?
real
So,
thing.
so like in the people always confuse it. Even if you Google, people say कि A/B testing is called split text testing. So what it
Okay.
is basically example A, example B, okay, and you compare it. So you make two ads, different वो, and you let
Okay.
you just broadcast it and you see कि अच्छा which did better in social media marketing while running
Okay.
Facebook. But in A and B testing, क्या होता है? Everything is उसका सारा the target audience and everything is same. Like in science की the conditions are like conditions are constant, and A/B testing में only you there's only one variable. कि I'm
Okay.
selling this soap, so I'm making this ad, but is ad में every detail is the same. We are just talking about the fragrance of the soap, but दूसरे the same the second ad set is we are talking about the कि ये कितने germs मारता है 99.9.
Okay.
That is A/B testing. So when the ad goes out and people start responding, you can actually compare कि अच्छा people responded more to the 99.9% germs वाला
Okay.
because right now corona का time है. And split
Yeah.
marketing में it's completely different. All the variables are
Okay.
different, so you cannot keep a track. So Facebook pushes A/B testing. So why am
Okay.
I saying this like really boring thing to you is because
No, it's fine.
AI.
It's really interesting.
It is like if you do it practically, you'll love it. So AI is, AI will change things. Facebook in the coming 2-3 years will completely make the user capable of making his own ads and everything. Like pura ka pura, it will be completely automatic. So you can track your own. It's Facebook pixels is like a tracking thing
Yeah.
in marketing, right? So
Okay.
a user will be completely able to do it on his own. So, but at the same time, I feel any digital agency will never go out of work, even if every social platform becomes completely AI dominant.
Audience.
It can never go because we have to be the driver, driving the
Yeah.
car. I feel it's like that.
Okay. So the next thing was like I mostly hear that data is the next petrol. It's the
Yeah.
next oil. It's the next goal. So what about the data in terms of marketing domain? How
Right.
you see data valued?
Whatever like हम जब भी we are making an ad, we are
Yeah.
talking about marketing, devising a marketing strategy. So
Yeah.
it is based on data. It's based on collective data, है ना,
Yeah.
concentrated data कि हम what do we already have and what we
Yeah.
need to know in order to market it properly. Who
Yeah.
are our target audience, right? If I'm sitting in India, I can know I will make my ad relevant to yahan ki audience. I'll
Yeah.
understand the
You should
lingo
make it.
of an ad that I will be launching for the northern Indian market. I won't talk about Croatia, yeah, Switzerland.
Yeah. They won't get
So for
ranked.
that, so in digital marketing, data is very important, right? And we literally eat and breathe data. Ki whenever we are sitting with a client and he says, ki, I want this many units of this product sold in this time period. So we ask them, do you have an existing database of people of interest of how many units you have sold already? So it's an amalgamation of sales funnel also, and you know your projections, your company projections, what you want to achieve. So I think anyone who wants to get into digital marketing or who already is can vouch for this, that data like is at top of the funnel. Data segmentation, and then you inject sales and target audience, everything like that.
Okay.
So it
So
is
like
like that.
data is the basic thing to have.
Data is the base. You cannot say कि नहीं नहीं नहीं, I don't need a new data. I'll just start off.
Yeah.
That cannot
It won't
happen.
result.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I read somewhere like content is the only marketing left. Content marketing is the only marketing left in
Yeah.
this digital world. So what
Right.
do you say about that?
I completely agree to this, and that
Okay.
is why me and my co-founder we came up with Digital Seed. So
Okay.
I'm sure you and like people who must be watching this or who will watch this can say that they can swear by it ki whenever they come like they go on Facebook or they go on
Yeah,
Instagram, they see ki okay, get make money from your phone, ki are you using phone just to post selfies? No, start
yeah,
making money. And so people love it, ठीक है, but
yeah,
then when they attend that free seminar or uh, $10,000 का seminar for $500, and you know
yeah.
these they
These
get to
fake
know कि
promises,
अरे
man.
हाँ, so they are like अरे the same thing you can get on Google, so
Yeah,
why are you just, but ठीक है, you won't know if you don't find out, you don't
yeah,
get into it. So what I am trying to say is that कि you have to get into it in order to understand it, ठीक है,
yeah,
and you will like with time you will get to know about digital marketing, the in and outs of digital marketing, and that content is the only thing that matters. So in digital seed, like we call digital seed as a creative studio, because we believe
okay,
कि content जितना भी अच्छा, मतलब जितना अच्छा होएगा then only you can you can outperform and you have the chance of going viral. So
yeah,
Facebook में when you are bidding या फिर Google AdSense में when you are bidding, right? So most people don't know, they are like कि अच्छा we'll do highest bids, let me bid
yeah,
the highest. But Google will always say कि no, is your content relevant? If it's relevant, very good. So अगर वेबसाइट का हम ले लेते हैं, सपोज गर्ल स्क्रिप्ट फाउंडेशन, दे हैव देयर वेबसाइट, जैसे कि ओके वी वांट टू बिड, वी वांट सर्च इंजन में टॉप का रिजल्ट, वी वांट टू बी ऑन टॉप, बट इफ द
yeah,
कंटेंट इज नॉट रेलेवेंट, गूगल विल से ओके, ठीक है, कि वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट you have bid कि okay we'll give $100, right? But that doesn't work. We will give the first place to the person who bid it, they like you, who had the bid of $1 per click. So that is the relevance of content. And even as a user, if you start bidding mindlessly, you will end up paying more, and your ad or your content will be only shown to a number limited of people. Why else do you think people go viral on social media?
yeah.
Because
It's
their
all about
content
content.
is, your content is so good, and people like so I follow Gary, Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk, right? He said it, and Bill Gates said it in 2010 that content is king,
Yeah,
right? Like I'm
yeah,
right now I'm babbling, right? But if this content is no good, then no one will see it.
yeah. It's all about content.
हाँ हाँ, so they'll say कि अच्छा कोई आया बोल के चला गया, okay, right? Hats off
Yeah,
GirlScript, but not interested. They'll
yeah,
say like that. So if the content is good, they will be like engaged, and I might not even have to bid. Maybe this thing goes viral without spending a single dime.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's really clear how
Right?
content is
So
the
if
king.
I talk too much, please cut me short.
No, it's
Right?
fine. It's really
Okay.
interesting to hear you.
Right,
So the
right, right.
next thing was you talked about creative seed. So do you think how a person should go if the person is not so creative, is introvert, and want to do marketing?
Okay. Uh, I was not good. I'm very introvert, right?
Okay.
But I went into marketing, and that happened
Yeah.
because I was always lurking in the shadows. I was always interested. I always wanted to know, but maybe I wasn't confident enough to, take the front seat,
Yeah.
take the steering wheel and just move
Right.
ahead, right? So if a person is shy and if a person feels कि यार I am no good at it,
Yeah.
then they should definitely do it, because in the back of their head they have the end result कि अरे this won't happen, let me
Yeah.
just not do it, छोड़ो, right? That is how I got in this.
Okay.
I started by my first job was of content writing, but I was more inclined towards screenplays. So I used to draft screenplays, theater, right? I used to write
Yeah.
like plays. So when someone said, "Ki, can you write technical content?" I said yes, because I was like, okay, nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
So then I got into content writing. Then my co-founder, who was my best, who is my best friend, right? I consider
Okay.
her like my sister. She got me my first gig at that time. She was like, okay, there's this job, you have to work, right? And I said, okay, can I have a corner desk and work silently? And she's like, okay, yes, you can. Okay. So if see, the bottom line is, if you are shy, right,
Yeah.
keep doing your thing. Don't broadcast it too soon, right? So digital seed was in my head since 1 year, but I broadcasted it in June. Okay, I am doing this because
Okay.
I was confident enough, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
don't be shy. Speak. If no one likes your content, you'll get 3 likes. If they like it, you'll get 3,000 likes. So it's okay. Don't wait for
It's
anyone
all
to
about
get the.
trying.
Yeah, it's all about trying.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So, like, if I see content right now in this social media place, there are
Right.
different kind of content, like videos, like 15,
Uh-huh.
15-second videos,
Right. Right.
post content. So, how a person should occupy with the hard skills to do things because there are different domains in it.
Right. So you want me to tell you ki how they balance out all
Yeah,
the.
how they balance out, how they learn to do these things properly, they manage
Right.
out things.
Start by trying. I didn't know how to market on Facebook till the time I got on Facebook and started using it as a user.
Yeah,
Right. You see TikTok, you see people doing so well, they can become really good video editors,
yeah,
right? And we cannot argue कि नहीं, TikTok makes it easy. You can pause it, you can change your location, then you can resume the video again. You cannot say that. So if you want to learn anything, do it by practice, right? There was a time that where my parents, they didn't know how to use WhatsApp. Now they video call me all the time
yeah,
because they started using it, and now they are so used to it. So the jokes I heard 3 years ago, they are sending it to me now,
yeah,
right? ठीक है, उनके पास
yeah.
थोड़ा लेट आएगा, but now they
But they will
actually
get.
know how to use it. I started editing videos on Windows Media Player, and that cut so in my time I used to burn CDs and make mixtapes and all. So I got
Okay.
to know about it like by trying, right? You can take a course, very good. You can go ahead, take a course, get a certification, and broadcast it, right? So you're marketing yourself, marketing, broadcasting, right?
Yeah,
But in the end, if you don't do it and you expect, ki, acha, he'll do it, she'll do it. So I have like I have a team. Digital Seed is a team of small team of 5, right? But we have experts sitting. But if I don't know how to use Photoshop, how can I tell my guy ki, this is not looking nice? He
yeah.
can make anything. He can say, ki, see, so nice. It's me who will tell him, ki, no, white space, there is a problem with the white space,
Yeah,
right? And so these are the things I can tell him.
yeah,
So just try it. If you don't know how to make reels, right? If you don't
yeah,
understand it on like go on Instagram, start making it. Just delete it. You don't have to put it out. Just delete it.
yeah.
Try again. Start by trying. You don't need a certification to prove कि नहीं, you are good with it, right?
Okay, it should be like trying, then improving, and then again trying.
Yeah, trying and improving practically.
Yeah, makes sense. So, like, all these questions, I got to know one thing, like, you experienced everything in your journey back then. So, one advice you want to give yourself of your past, like the advice to younger you.
I'm sorry. I Your voice was breaking.
Can you hear
Hello.
me now?
Yeah, yeah. I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I'm asking, like, what's the advice from you to your younger self?
Uh,
Yeah. On, like, how should
Start sooner.
she go? Start?
Start sooner. S- Start
Okay.
sooner, right? So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
started when I was 16, right? And
Okay.
had I known ki, arey, I can do this also, that also, I can sell almost anything. Everything you see like has a price tag on it. I would have told my younger self, start selling. Um, there was this huge Pokemon craze when
Yeah.
I was in grade 4, right? And I used to eat Uncle Chips. So Uncle Chips had these Jenga cards, Pokemon Jenga cards,
Okay.
and I was always lucky. Yeah, you won't know. You're too young.
Yeah.
So so there were these Jenga cards with like really rare Pokemons, and you could so
Okay.
having a rare Pokemon card was a huge flex. So I
Yeah.
had these really rare Pokemon. Any Pokemon fan out there will know. I had Kadabra, who was, he was a huge Pokemon. This right. So
Okay.
had I known what was the value of those cards, I would have started selling those cards
Yeah.
to my. I had good, like really great male friends who were like, "Arey, give me 100 rupees. I'll take this card off your hands." And I was like, "No, no, no. This is very special. I'll keep it with me." Right. So had that mindset since a very young age, but I wish I had a time machine. I would have told my younger self, "Go ahead, sell it. No point, like holding it with you." So
Yeah.
that's the advice. Like if you are starting right now, like if
Yeah.
you're interested in marketing, digital marketing, you don't have to do anything. Go ahead, open an Instagram page, open a Facebook page from your own ID, start doing anything, right? Anything that interests you. If you think you can stream yourself watching a video. So, like a few weeks ago, there was this guy who did nothing on YouTube, and he had 1 million
Yeah.
views overnight. So that is how much we consume data. So this is also data. This is how much we consume data, and how that guy broadcasted himself. So that was his way
Yeah.
of marketing. But it's not something that will monetize in future, because
Yeah.
we won't see the same content again. So it was viral, but it fizzed out really soon.
Yeah. Okay. So the next thing was
Mm-hmm.
like for a person who is not from the marketing domain in the past,
Yeah,
but now want to shift a career to marketing,
yeah,
especially digital marketing. So
right.
how you think the person should go in that field?
Um, okay, I can start by telling how I went,
Yeah.
because same thing, right? Same
Yeah.
thing. I, I literally like shifted careers like a shapeshifter. So what happened was I was a science student, too
Okay.
bad in science, very bad in science, right? And I cannot even begin to tell you how bad I was in math. Okay. And okay, so I said this won't work out. Didn't my IIT dream got crushed? Although I knew I won't get an IIT, there was no chance. And then okay, so I got selected in a very reputable college. I won't say the name. It's in North, very huge college, but I dropped out in my third year, right? So
Okay.
third year, sixth semester, 2 semesters left, and so in engineering, you can even if you're flunking some subjects, you can be promoted to the
Yeah.
next, right? That doesn't happen in medical.
Yeah.
So I think I was flunking in one subject, but okay, that's okay. You can give your improvement
Yeah.
exam. So I left. I came home. I said, "Okay, I don't want to continue engineering. This is not something I'm finding as interesting." In my head, engineering was awesome. In my head, I was making Formula One cars, but that was not what I was being taught. Uh,
Yeah.
right. So what
Yeah.
happened then was I came home. I told my father. He was like, "Okay, come to me, like come with me, like let's go." And we went to our college the next day, the following day, and we sat with the counselor. And this is a very interesting part. So the counselor, she said, what's the problem? Why are you leaving engineering college? It is so good, your grades are okay, you can do, and you are making a huge mistake. This is sixth
Yeah.
semester, you have 2 semesters left, don't do this, your life will be ruined, you've wasted your parents money. So per semester the fee was really high, 40-50,000, right? Like
Yeah.
that is very high, okay?
Yeah.
And uh, I said, no, I'm sorry. I'm like I have made the call and I won't continue. But I still was having, my
Yeah.
head
That
was
thought.
like I was having those thoughts. I came home, and so my father, he looked at me and he said, "You know what? Now I understand why you don't want to continue." And I turned to him and I asked why. So he said, "Because not once did that woman ask you how are you feeling about it. She kept on telling me you're making this huge mistake, huge mistake, huge
Yeah.
mistake." So I wrote on my LinkedIn, like, because I came across this quote that someone with $1 million dream should not listen to someone who's making 30,000 per month.
Yeah. Because they don't have a vision.
No disrespect. See, my father was also a teacher, right? So I'm not disrespecting, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying. So when you're shifting careers, your first enemy would, they might be your parents, they might be your
Yeah.
family who will say, no, don't do this, and you'll have all those bombs, ready to get dropped on you. कि I have already invested इतना सारा पैसा. Now just imagine 6 semesters, 40 say 50,000, and it goes
It's
down with every semester,
okay.
right? Imagine what all I could have done with 40
Yeah,
50,000 for every 6 months, right?
yeah,
So anyone who wants to change, start calculating, be practical, start calculating. मैं इतनी fee दे रहा हूँ, ठीक है? मैं आगे भी maybe, right? I might change my job. Just start from anywhere. I started from Odesk. I started freelancing on Odesk. That is how I funded myself. It started out with me wanting to go shopping, wanting to have my own money and not embarrass myself by asking my parents कि अच्छा please give me this, not begging them कि अरे, because I knew कि they would say no.
yeah,
But if I have my own cash, then I'm sorted. I can go, right? उस time पे होता I would have like wasted all my money on Starbucks.
yeah.
ठीक है, just for the sake of show
Sake
off.
of
So
enjoy.
yeah, exactly, right? So we all are visual creatures.
Yeah,
Humans are essentially visual creatures. If we like something, we will, just jump at it and just try to have it. So this ties to the point कि content का क्या है and how designing is actually very important when you are generating content. So if anyone wants to get into digital marketing, don't think कि you have to do a course. Just start with your own Facebook page, with your own Instagram page, right?
yeah,
Monetize your page first, get your page approved first, make yourself a brand name first, and then you can go from there. So you have a portfolio ready. If anyone
yeah,
asks you about your experience, कि अच्छा, do you have an experience? Show them your own Instagram ID.
yeah,
Imagine having your own Instagram ID verified and
yeah.
going to a client and saying, कि I can do the same for you.
It makes much sense
Yeah.
to do. Yeah. So I have the same story. I also dropped out of engineering. So yeah, I can
Right.
relate the
So
things.
you know. So you
Yeah,
know.
things are really different at
It's
that point
very
of
different.
time.
Right. But are you liking where you are now?
Like not much, but yeah, it was better than before.
It was better. So now you have that time to breathe and you can actually
Yeah,
start thinking, ki, nah, okay.
what I really like. That's what
Now
matters.
you can concentrate on your MBA, on digital marketing, and maybe
On
do a
anything which
course.
I like.
Yeah, yeah,
So, like, as you said, as we can see, like, there are many digital agencies, many people who are doing this digital thing.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
how you think the competition, people should win over this competition? Because there is huge now.
It is huge.
Yeah,
Work on that single cell. Like humans, we evolved from a single cell.
said,
We were single
yeah,
cell organism, right?
yeah,
So just break down everything right to the point where you find those single cells, which
okay,
basically means कि, the thing that I just said कि if imagine if all your team members are verified on Instagram, they are pro in using every social handle. Anyone who's interested enough in social media or digital, or who wants to rank on top, right,
yeah,
will know how to do digital marketing by practice itself. They won't, they won't want to कि अच्छा कोर्स कर लिया. So there are digital marketing agencies, right?
yeah,
I didn't mention it, but there are digital marketing agencies who concentrate a lot on getting as many clients as they want, right?
yeah.
If you go to their website, you'll see कि अच्छा, these are my clients, ठीक है,
They just
चाहे,
have numbers rolling
हाँ,
off.
चाहे किया एक ही कैंपेन हो, right?
Yeah,
Are they there like permanent clients and all? Normally, there is, you have to sign NDA, no objection
yeah,
certificate. There are so many things, right? Because clients keep changing their digital marketing or have their own in-house digital marketing teams,
yeah,
right? So if you really want to stand out, you have to provide a service that the client feels can actually work for me. So if I give a personal example for better understanding, so I came
yeah,
to Delhi to meet this really huge tech company, and they were looking for a digital marketing manager, basically someone who oversees all their digital campaigns. The problem was that they already had their digital in-house digital marketing team. So later
okay.
on, they told me, ki, what if we absorb you,
Oh,
right? You will be the head of operations. So you can still head, but we can absorb your team members. You're just a team of five, so it's no problem. You and your co-founder, you can join us, and we'll go from there. So that is when you say ki no,
Yeah.
right?
We are creating
So,
something of our own.
uh-huh. So if I say ki what makes digital seed
Yeah.
different when we go to our clients is the fact that from day one we are saying ki our tagline ki nahi, we grow organically. We'll only look at organic growth, right?
Okay.
We won't promise you कि नहीं 1 million views overnight
Yeah.
because that doesn't happen. It never happens, right?
Yeah.
Like anyone can stand here and speak for hours. A huge TV personality can come to 1 million नहीं होता overnight,
Yeah.
right? It's not possible. So our
Things are
uh,
natural. Like,
yeah, that is why we call digital
yeah.
marketing. We call ourselves a studio because we work purely on creatives, right?
Yeah.
And we pitch creatives. We don't pitch a marketing strategy. Marketing you can get from anywhere,
Yeah.
right? PR agencies do the same thing. Newspaper
Yeah. They
marketing,
use.
magazine marketing, right?
Yeah.
But how we pitch ourselves is like we make great creatives for you,
Yeah.
right? Creatives that have a story to tell, that has a feeling of nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
Like, so that's what we're trying to achieve. We are trying to present creators like the way Amul does, the Amul girl.
Yeah.
She's like, so that
She
is,
just come and play a story, which
huh. And
everyone can
you
relate.
haven't seen ki Amul girl used to come in on newspapers. She still does, but okay, digitally भी है. They haven't changed a single thing.
Yeah.
It's still black and white, thoda sa color, and they have those.
Core is
Yeah,
same.
the core is
Just
same. They work on their copies, and I feel so that's the only thing. Like you have to present yourself ki acha, how can we adjust to
okay.
our clients, and that is why we also call digital seed agile. We have the ability to modify and tweak ourselves the way you want.
Okay. So I would say like all marketers are storytellers.
Mm, they should be.
Yeah.
They should be, right? Or they can also go with direct marketing. If this is Diwali sale hai, our product is 50% off, done. So anyone, but then anyone who's actually wanting to buy the product will be only customer. He or
Yeah.
she will be the only customer. So digital marketing may storytelling, how it comes is you really want to force that person to come and buy your product that he might use, because अगर यूज नहीं किया शेल्फ में रख दिया, एक महीने बाद it's expired and you're like oh shit, what a waste of money.
Money.
So
Yeah.
your marketing ka pura has gone because one loyal customer has backed out,
Yeah.
right? Like, so don't be a shell, don't be a you know showpiece that is sitting on shelf and saying "Ki, I'm the best, I'm the best." Instead be in someone's hand and make yourself useful and work on
Yeah.
creatives.
Okay. So the next thing was like I hear mostly in digital marketing domain that there is a term called personal branding. People
Yeah,
doing the personal branding thing. So how
right.
you think a person should go about that particular thing to brand himself or herself personally, to build that
Okay,
personal brand?
right. So personal branding started when these movie stars,
Yeah.
right? So movie stars started getting advertisements, TVCs
Yeah.
on right. And initially, if you see ads from the 90s, TVCs were essentially done by actors,
Yeah.
models and any actor, theater artists. But with as time progressed, a movie star said, "Ki, okay, I'll do this ad because I already have an audience, and if you sign me, है ना, तो I will."
Okay.
So
They will
पर्सनल
try.
हाँ, if I राइट, जैसे कि personal branding is like Reliance. Everything has, they make sure that their name is there. Reliance Smart, Reliance Petroleum,
Yeah.
Geo, But
People
when
should
you,
see their name.
they should see my name. So that is also personal branding. But then at the same, on the same table, there is Tata. So Tata ka, like
Yeah.
you have that really small somewhere written कि Titan is a product of Tata. So we don't know कि अच्छा maybe it's from Tata. So it works both ways. So if a person really wants to build a personal brand, you want to make sure that you have three things written down that you are good at, and three things you can like possess skills and acquired skills,
Yeah.
right? You might be a great digital marketing professional, but maybe your love lies like you're a collector of sneakers. You really like shoes. You love shoes. You know about it, right? So if you want to go ahead and make your personal brand, just write down what you can do. Create an Instagram profile where you just blend in the two. So like I'm not a sneakerhead, but I love sneakers. I have a fair knowledge of sneakers. I know the price. So if I know sneakers, and if I'm a digital, like I am a digital marketer, so I can really do all the product images, everything, and I can market it perfectly. So there is something I love, and something that will a skill that will help me monetize my love.
Okay.
So that is how you
It
build a
should.
personal brand. And always
Okay.
thinking you are the best in what you do,
Okay. The
right?
confidence should be there.
Uh-huh.
Correct.
Even if you doubt, then we come back to my first point. Just go out there. You'll just get three
Just
likes.
try.
Just
Even
try
if you
it.
hate.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah. So the one thing was like in older school marketing, people used to say that think like a user, think like a customer, and then make a marketing strategy. So how you do the same thing in digital media?
In
How
digital
you?
media,
Yeah.
right? So we do the same thing. We think from the customer's perspective, because what people don't understand, what sometimes some clients they don't understand is कि suppose I am making a product that is
Yeah.
worth 50,000. One
Yeah.
product, it's worth 50,000. I'm making this mobile phone, and it's for 50,000. It has all the features better than iPhone, better than any other phone, right? And the client will say, you have to sell these. And I say, okay, but how do I sell these? You know, do you have the same thing? Do you have data and everything? Do you have all
Yeah.
in place? And he says, no, but but we have like 1 million likes on our Instagram page.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like is if someone likes iPhone, or if someone likes Gucci, doesn't mean he can afford it.
Yeah. That's the thing.
So like I can comment like crazy ki अरे wow, great Gucci shoes, great new model of
But
iPhone.
this doesn't
I
define
can
that
be
I will
very
buy.
I could be a very engaged customer, not
Yeah.
customer, but a very engaged audience, but
Audience with them.
part of an audience, but I that doesn't mean that I will convert.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I mean. When if I am thinking like a customer, I will first I'll think, do I like the product? Do I like the visuals?
Okay.
Is it worth it? I will compare like crazy, and I will okay, ये चीज मुझे market से मिलेगी, or can I order it online?
Okay.
And even if I order it online, I will go to the market to see to see the product.
Yeah.
And
This
I'm telling you
offline
this.
sense
Huh.
of this thing.
So I will. This is what I did when I had
Yeah.
to buy a new laptop. I went and I saw, and then I saw online. But then I had my, like doubts, and I said, "Okay, nee, I'll go and buy it myself." So you think from a customer's point of view, you jot down all the points, and then you create uh, a content around it. कि अच्छा. So, for example, like if you are, do you play any sport?
Mm, pretty not well. But I
Yeah.
can say badminton.
Okay, you play badminton, right?
Yeah.
So suppose you are going out and you say कि I want to buy a badminton racket,
Yeah.
right? I cannot sell you a cricket bat,
Yeah. That's the thing.
but at the same time, it doesn't mean कि you won't be in my targeted audience. Why? Because your
Yeah.
interest is same. You like sport, so maybe if you're buying a
Okay.
badminton racket today, you will come to me again, and I might just sell that cricket bat to you, and you'll end up with
Yeah.
you. But I don't want he ends up with things he won't need, and then you say ki, oh my god,
Okay.
my money has been wasted, never buy from this shop, because the shopkeeper is very smart. He'll sell things to you that you won't end
Persuade
up
things.
using,
Yeah.
right?
So there should be sense of loyalty with the customer, and the customer should sense the safety with the
Huh.
brand.
They will. So you have to design your product. You have to tell you why a customer needs your product, right?
Okay.
So if he needs it, he will buy it. So I talk about this in my like book. I say the same thing. So you have to create a need in order for a
Okay.
person to buy it, even if he's not a cricket player and he won't
Yeah.
buy the bat. But if you say कि no, no, अरे badminton खेल के you cannot be as famous as you can become by being
Yeah.
a cricketer. So if you can somehow put this thought in his head very respectably, then he'll come to you.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah,
So the other thing was like in old time when we have the newspapers, the televisions, then the marketing was like the customer, the audience don't give that instant feedback
right.
to the content. But
Yeah,
in digital media, we get instant feedback.
we do.
We just get the response. We
Right.
just feel which failed, which passed. So how you think a person should make their strategy keeping this thing in mind that they will get the feedback instantly. Then how should he perform well?
It's like if I talk about it technically, we can always, we can use Google Analytics. We can see the bounce rate
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
website.
On those technical terms.
हाँ. So when we track that, when we think talk about that bounce rate, we see कि अच्छा the person liked everything. वो description वाले section में भी गया, but when
Yeah.
while checking out, he somehow backed. He backed out.
Okay. That was the
Checking.
pinpoint where.
हाँ, so you just pinpoint कि अच्छा maybe this is happening because पुराने times में when people couldn't give feedback or couldn't
Yeah, there was
when
lack of
हाँ
this.
when you couldn't track कि अच्छा but at that time the sales record was really solid.
Yeah,
So a
they had
person
that.
could know कि हाँ मैं I advertise billboards में लगा दिया ठीक है and posters कर दिए but so people are coming. So उनका तो उतना पैसा भी नहीं लगा in marketing and all. Just one
Yeah,
simple thing कि newspaper and done. But in today's time to know कि अब technology has essentially made things very complicated, but at the same time it has given you the tools to track those complications. कि okay, maybe the
yeah,
pricing is not correct and
yeah.
maybe
There is some problem with.
there is some problem and you can always you can always address it. So if you cannot bring down the price of your product, if price is the main thing,
Issue.
then you have to create a brand around it or a brand identity. I want my customers to justify themselves ki no, iPhone is the best, like Safari is the best browser, not Chrome, you see. So they need to say this to themselves ki nahi, I know this is good blindly. They
Okay.
need to, so old times when they used to use their emotions. Nowadays,
Yeah,
people are all about speed and
yeah,
brand loyalty. There are people who are like seriously waiting for the next iPhone to launch
yeah.
or for the
They
next.
just follow the brand.
हाँ, they follow the brand कि Adidas के shoes आएंगे. I have to buy it. But why do you have to buy it, right?
Yeah,
So
just
that
because
is
they
what.
made the brand.
So that is the loyalty we want to make around. So you have to justify your prices through your brand. I will definitely buy an over expensive shirt if it's from a brand. But if the same price is with a new startup, new clothing brand, I won't buy it. That is not something I will essentially purchase. So just play with emotions to a level that it is justified. It's not so nowadays, you can see कि people get hooked to ads that show emotions.
Yeah, the one they can connect
हाँ,
emotionally.
they have these Thai ads and Indonesian ads. Just where you have that booty ma and she cannot see and she's waiting for her son to come home. Things like that. People really relate because those emotions nowadays are missing completely.
Yeah,
So people are playing paper boat, for example.
yeah,
You
people.
know, have nimbu
Yeah,
pani, have wo, right? So just
yeah.
use those emotions that are already deep enrooted in your culture or system.
Okay. And the other thing was like I feel some people are like naturally creative.
Huh.
They are creative.
Yeah.
They see things and they get the ideas
Right.
like naturally. But on the other hand, some are they are not creative. They don't see things like this. and they get demotivated when the other person says stuff like this we can do, that we can do. So how that person should not feel that demotivation?
See, it's really simple. First of all, you have to accept कि whether you are on the creative side or you are more on or if you're a practical person, right?
Yeah,
So for
left or right brain.
so yeah, for example, कि if I start uh, practicing my singing skills, my sur
Yeah,
and everything now, right? So in 10 years' time, I might become the best technical singer who knows all about his sur and his pitch, right? And
yeah,
his bass
everything.
and everything. But I
Understood.
cannot become A.R. Rahman.
Yeah,
Why? Because it comes naturally to him. He might be dreaming of music, of making music. No. So, a very clean example, there are singers, there are music directors. Music directors is the one who's actually imagining those melodies and tunes and everything.
yeah,
Singer is the one who delivers
give
it.
them the real picture.
So if you're someone who feels that they are not creative enough, right?
Yeah,
It can be because you haven't tapped into your own interests. If I
yeah,
say you, if you haven't tapped into that, everyone has an interest. Okay,
okay,
so I might be my height might be 5'4", but I might be dreaming to walk the ramp as a supermodel. So
yeah,
it might be practically impossible, but I might be great in it. I might be able to walk wearing those
yeah,
6-inch heels and all. So if someone is feels the lack of creativity in his life, what he or she can do is you first acquire those skills that put a stamp on your face. Ki, Arey, he can deliver, right?
yeah,
If not create, and then you sit with a person or people that you think can really push you up not down, and see where just talk the way we are talking,
okay.
right?
Yeah,
So just sit,
yeah, things
talk,
make sense when we
figure
talk.
out, and just accept कि नहीं अभी I am not there. Don't keep pushing yourself, punching yourself down कि नहीं आएगी creativity आएगी. If it doesn't come, it
Yeah,
doesn't come. It's okay. But be technically sound. If I have digital seed and if I know how to Photoshop, so I might have greatest design in my heads, but without the Photoshop guy, I cannot do it. I
yeah,
can do it to a certain extent, but he will make it technically perfect for a client, like a logo. He can make it perfect,
yeah.
right?
I might have an idea, but yeah, implementation can't be done
Implementation.
without
So
this.
just so become that implementation wala guy, because that guy is actually drawing out the highest salary. The
Yeah,
technical guy is drawing out the highest salary,
yeah,
right? So it's all about that. 1800s में I couldn't tell anyone कि अच्छा one day I'll be sitting and we'll be like FaceTiming or we'll be on
a
Google.
webinar.
So you need to know कि आपकी technical team can only do so much with today's technology.
Yeah.
So it's just that
So
acceptance,
yeah, as you said, like you have to find that your real passion where it lies.
right? Just wait for it; it will come.
So like it was like experiencing every day a new thing for you, or you just got your real passion.
It it was for me. It was jumping on every wagon that came my way.
Okay, experience
So
everything.
it explains everything. Can you edit videos? Yes, I can. Even when I couldn't. Well, I could, but I couldn't deliver it in say 2 or 3 days. But I said yes, and then I jumped in and I I just pulled out an all nighter and I did that. I edited a video. That is how you learn. That's why I'm saying ki the earlier you start, the better your position will be by the time you arrive, like
And
on
that's
it,
a good point.
right? So just start soon, and you will be like you'll always you'll reach your destination for sure.
Yeah. So I think in the time. Okay. Yeah. So the one thing was that like there are so many distractions when a person come online, when they see a particular brand, they just get distracted really soon. Which how can you stop it? How can you make the person stick to the particular content or the brand, because the
Without getting
distraction is,
distracted.
yeah, because distraction is really high when it comes to online.
Okay, so I feel and I really believe that distractions happen because you are interested,
Yeah,
right? So if right now I'm talking to you and if I get a notification that says ki 50% off sale, and if I'm interested in that brand, I might just,
yeah,
take a sneak and oh sale hai, and then I'll get back to it.
yeah,
So that is a distraction for me because maybe I'm interested in that brand. Right, so the only way to avoid distraction is to just get over it really quickly. So that is how that is a little trick that I use during dieting and exercise and all that. So if your body or your mind is craving
yeah,
something, if it's craving one, if I'm dieting and if my mind is craving samosas or
yeah,
jalebi, right, I will take care of that craving right there and then,
yeah. It's about
instead of starving myself and then ending up eating a whole plate and maybe more.
yeah,
So just
yeah,
take care of that distraction. It will take 5 minutes, but just don't go, just don't keep sitting on it. And it really comes with discipline. So make first step is discipline, second step is habit, and then the third step is when you can just you know uh, go in, like you can just snap back from every
yeah. It
distraction.
becomes natural to a
Yeah.
person.
So just have that discipline. Ki, okay, acha, I'm on Instagram, so I have a habit of going through my personal Instagram page every
Yeah,
night, and I see messages. So don't be tempted and don't feel कि अरे मेरे को अभी ही reply करना है to my friend
yeah,
and all. Because like I'm sure your friend will understand if you don't reply right away. So
yeah,
take care of your distraction. If it's something, maybe I think maybe it's your passion. If you get distracted, just think about it. Why you got distracted? Is it something that you're interested in? Is it something, does that t-shirt interest you? In what ways it interests you? That creative ad. If it's not something that you were into already, if you were not interested in that particular distraction, then maybe the marketing technique was really right. Then it's that.
okay. That was the result of the good marketing.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. So I think like I'm taking some questions of the audience which they are asking.
Yeah.
So the one asks like, what's the importance of a mentor in deciding your career?
Oh, okay. Right, right, right. So I can answer this right away. Uh, there is a huge difference between a mentor and a coach, right?
Yeah,
A mentor is someone you look up to. He might come live every week, every month, every day, but he is talking a very, his talks are very generalized. The way I'm talking, it's very generalized, layman's language. A coach is someone who is on the playing field with you,
yeah. At
right?
every step.
Yeah, so a coach, like in sports terminology, is someone who is, if I am playing football, my coach who's training me is actually running with me. So
Yeah,
he is in the playing field. So a mentor can be anyone. You can follow anyone, someone whose lingo you understand, whose language you
yeah,
understand, right? If you are, if you, we have Shark Tank, right? But you might not like every person on the panel. You might not like Mark Cuban. You might like Barbara more than Mark Cuban. So
yeah,
you can, really point out whose lingo you can actually relate with, and then look for a coach who can actually be in that playing field with you.
yeah.
A coach can be a friend. A mentor can be someone who's already there where you want to be.
Okay. Who did that particular thing?
Yeah,
Who did that particular thing which I want to do in my future?
yeah, exactly.
So can you tell someone whom you feel is the mentor in this domain of designing and marketing, which people can follow, can look up to?
Uh, oh, there are many. Like I can give a separate, like I can give a separate list of, like, someone is good in marketing, someone is good in designing, someone is good in UI UX,
Yeah,
right? So there are, just Google. These are the details that you can actually find anywhere, right?
yeah,
See their videos on YouTube. See their 2 3 minute video. You'll get to know. So the term that we are using, we use vibe these days. Here, I like his vibe. I like her vibe.
yeah,
our vibes really match. What are vibes? Vibes are vibrations,
yeah,
it's give and take. If someone is saying something and I'm just nodding my head, my eyes are closed, I'm sleeping, I'm drowsing off, then okay, I didn't respond. His vibes were not powerful enough for me to, just come out and answer to him. So just go on Google, see whose language you would like to speak and whose language speaks to you on a deeper personal level, and start following them. See their past work. So everything is
yeah,
online. Just see their past work. See if it matches your style, or for if you can actually segregate your mentors and you can follow ten people at the same time
yeah.
and wait for your
It,
coach. You'll know when your coach might be younger than you. My
yeah, it
coach
should be
can
like,
be, so
yeah,
don't put an age gap.
yeah. It should be vary from person to person.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It will.
So, like, we talk almost like more about content part. So, tell me a story where you feel the content was best, or the experience you had with the content.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
right. Sorry, you just got cut off for a
yeah.
second.
It was
Yeah.
just,
So, a story where the content was really good.
yeah,
Okay, there are many. So, okay, by content, do you mean the copy, like the final ad copy, or something that, uh,
uh,
or
like
just
the
the
story
marketing?
part, the story part of the content, the connectivity with the audience, like everything. Like, for example, like a case study kind of thing where a person can understand how things go in the real marketing agency.
Okay, okay, right, right, right. Okay, I understand it. So I'll break it in really short, 2, 3 points.
Yeah,
Right. So suppose you see an ad, okay,
yeah,
you see a really moving emotional ad, and in the end, they are actually selling you life insurance policy.
mm, yeah. I also
Huh?
seen some ads like they have two stories side by side.
The audience, the maybe potential customer is hooked because amazing ad, they're
Yeah,
crying and everything. Okay, but sometimes the messaging gets lost. So
yeah,
I feel there is no perfect flow because audience keeps changing, right? A
yeah,
classic example would be you remember like Tare Zameen Par came,
yeah,
everyone was moved. Ki what
yeah,
a movie, people cried and everything.
yeah,
So the message was that the child was
yeah.
actually having a problem. I think he was dyslexic, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't remember the disease, but yeah,
So,
there was
right,
something.
so that message was lost, and people started sympathizing with every person who was
Yeah,
scoring low. So, imagine if I had flunked at that time, I would have become the Ishana Basti for my house. So,
yeah,
the messaging got lost, right? It is
yeah.
really funny because so ठीक है, it became a hit and everything. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the content needs to be clear on three things: the creatives, the storytelling, like how it's presented, and the messaging needs to be there starting say end tak.
Okay, the
And
main message should not be lost in the
yeah,
whole
and
storytelling.
everything should go hand in hand. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि the message is dominating and it is मतलब आप उसमें lost हो रहे हो कि अरे like when I saw तारे ज़मीन पर I could only see Ishan Awasthi's teeth, and it reminded me that I need to get my braces as soon as possible.
Yeah,
So I was going on another trip altogether. So just imagine, just think about that. So all the messaging, it should be in par. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि यार ये भी this is overpowering the other thing.
okay, it should be synchronized with
It
everything.
should be synchronized. It should go in hand, and that is how you come up with really excellent. It should come out really good. Is what
Yeah,
I'm trying to say. So we had this big bazaar ka, they had this really huge sale कि आप अपना घर का पुराना सामान लाओ
yeah,
and
I seen that.
हाँ घर का पुराना सामान लाओ, you get these coupons and then you go to big bazaar and you can buy new stuff,
Yeah,
right? And so imagine saying imagine coming up with a copy कि person is like अपनी दादी को बिठा दिया cart में, he's like हाँ पुराना सामान, give me a new thing, right? So this can
yeah,
come, yeah, this can be really funny,
yeah,
but the thing is, are you playing with kuch ke emotions, a tight knit family, a joint family?
Yeah.
So you see कि a good ad copy or a good creative content might offend someone, but it
Yeah.
has to come out in a way कि it's not perceived to be negative.
Okay. Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
best copies have come from Burger King and McDonald's rivalry,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But it's meant to be like that. So you
Yeah.
cannot say कि नहीं it's excellent because there will be a certain section of people who say कि नहीं I am offended by that,
Yeah.
even brands. So
Yeah.
so the first thing is don't expect कि नहीं this is perfect, but in your head make sure that everything is balanced. Everything is balanced. If it's balanced, you will have a great content that will go viral.
And the last thing which I want to talk about is about your book, which you wrote.
Okay.
Like how
Yeah.
you got the inspiration to write that book, and yeah, what all you have in their head while writing that book.
Okay, so I had been delaying writing. I was working on a novel, but a novel because it's fiction,
Yeah.
it goes through many drafts. So
Yeah.
I needed to take a break, and I decided. So in my head, I am like, कि, oh, मेरे को ज़्यादा अच्छा आता है. I know more about marketing than you. Like the way we all the way we अभी IPL आने वाला है, we'll all become cricketers, है ना?
Yeah.
In our heads we will be running. इसको क्या आता है ये, like
We'll be
workout.
guiding others
हाँ हाँ.
who are playing.
कि we'll be screaming. My mother, she's a huge cricket fan. She'll be screaming कि अरे sixer six 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 कि ये तो sixer वाली बॉल थी, ये क्या कर दिया, आउट हो गया, है ना? तो
Yeah.
सेम हैपेंड विद मी इन माय हेड. आई एम द बेस्ट कि मेरे को आता है, ठीक है, मुझे सब आता है, इसको कुछ नहीं आता. इट्स लाइक दैट, राइट?
Yeah.
And so I started, but when I started writing, it came out more from my experience than
Okay.
than someone's other perspective, like someone other's perspective. It was completely my perspective and how I sold, how what selling means to me. And the inspiration came, it just came. It's not like I didn't wait कि oh shit 12 बजे inspiration आनी थी, आई नहीं.
It is
That didn't
natural.
happen. It just came, and I was like, huh. So it came from a position of like overconfidence, but then it mellowed down, and I was like, "Nahi." And it's just a 33-page long book. It's not even a book. It's like a booklet, right?
Okay.
It's 33 pages, and it's so I will when I was writing, I was like, people, they beat around the bush a lot,
Yeah.
a
They
lot,
just move around the story,
a
but
lot.
don't
So
come on the story.
people are actually making money out of it. Ki
Yeah.
I am a motivational speaker,
Yeah. They are.
right?
There are
Huh.
many. Right?
Again, no disrespect, but what is a motivational speaker? Like if I say something, you won't be. If I'm telling you about marketing, you won't put your headphone down, get up, go away. That won't happen. If that happens, then I can start charging.
Yeah.
It won't happen. So motivational thing, it's all a, I won't say a scam or a fluke, but no one can give you motivation. No one can give you inspiration, right? You yourself have to just get
Get the
up and
things
start
done.
doing.
Yeah.
Get the things done. So it will come when it
Yeah.
has to come. So it's like that.
Yeah. So yeah, like I think we should wrap up the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So yeah, it was really interesting talking with you about different things, and I
Right.
hope audience also enjoyed it. I would like to
I,
connect further.
I
Yeah,
right,
in
right,
future with you for the same thing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks, and how was your
Thanks.
experience with us? I should
Oh, it
also
was
ask.
great. I kept on talking for an hour, and
Yeah,
I think I'll be banned from GirlScript. I'm sure I will be banned from GirlScript, right?
sorry.
नहीं नहीं नहीं, they will. They जैसे Instagram में they shadow ban accounts कि this
Yeah,
is पूरा. So I think I will be banned, and they're like,
no, it won't be like.
So, but it was so nice to talk. It came very naturally, and
Yeah,
the questions were very nice, not generalized. कि ऐसे कैसे होता है, वैसे कैसे होता है. It's
it was
the
all about what I thought about watching things, and I asked.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love talking, and thank you. You were a great host.
Oh, that means a lot. It was my second time. I was scared, but yeah.
No, 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 you're doing great. So if we ever, cross our digital paths, video paths again, right? I
Yeah.
would love to have you sitting in front of me.
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, should we wrap up now?
Yeah, 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 sure.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you. Bye bye.